What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. It's a shame that people are resorting to calling Michael Jordan a liar when it comes to talking about his basketball exploits. See, that's what the media does. Um, it's a shame they do that. They did that with Wilt Chamberlain. Things that have been established records. They try to plant seeds of doubt in impressionable young minds. Wilt never scored 100 because we didn't see it, but it was documented by NBA statisticians. It was talked about on a broadcast by a professional radio announcer who was there at the game. You think Wilt Chamberlain was that important, especially in pre-civil rights America, to push a fable about a black basketball player? They didn't even do that with Babe Ruth. But anyway, yesterday was, in my opinion, I think the ratings are going to reflect it, obviously. Yesterday was a smashing success as far as the inaugural NBA on NBC broadcast. The first time that a game has been played on, has been broadcast on ABC since 2002. And one thing that was going to be notable about this broadcast was that the presence of Michael Jordan would be there. There in some of the 90s nostalgia that we saw, with various players from the 90s being attributed, and a sit-down interview session with Michael Jordan by Mike Tirico, right? And in this interview, or let's say the special speaking session, let's go interview. Jordan was asked when was the last time he touched a basketball, and he said it was at I forgot the event already where he said it was at. I'm not good with details sometimes, but apparently he was at some Writers Cup event or something, and he was at the home of some gentleman who had a basketball hoop or court on their property. He was asked to shoot a free throw, and he said he was shooting in front of some kids, and they had heard about the mystique of Michael Jordan, the greatness of Michael Jordan, the legend of Michael Jordan, and he hadn't picked up a basketball in quite some time. And he said that was the most nervous that he had been in years because he hadn't played basketball in some time, and he felt, man, I don't want to let these kids down. You know what I'm saying? Based upon what they've heard about me. But he said he switched it, and that added to the Jordan lore. You had Shams Charania come out. I think he made an appearance on Pat McAfee and said that Jordan was lying about that. He said that, I think he was insinuating that never happened. And then he said something about Jordan was shooting hoops with Brandon Miller, and Brandon, supposedly Jordan airballed a free throw, which I don't even know if that's even chronologically possible because Brandon Miller just was drafted last year, right? So if that was years ago, how was he balling with Brandon Miller? But anyway, for all of those people who say that Michael Jordan was lying, all of them out there, and I see them. Here's the proof.
Jacob.
How come they can go over this line when the,
Got it?
when the what?
They can. But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. We moved it out.
Right?
How? What?
Coach.
Look at you.
Yeah,
You
of
know.
course.
Lucas, move back,
See
buddy.
the center circle?
Move
I'm the
back.
old guy.
You remember the center circle? They didn't have it. Wilt Chamberlain used to take a drive, take off, and lay up. That was the free throw. So now you can't start the shot outside the center circle, and you can't break this line until it hits the rim. That's what Wilt Chamberlain rule. Lord have mercy. Please make it. Now that was pressure, man. I ain't like that in a while. I was nervous.
So, was he a liar? That was it right there. He don't have to lie, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Jordan. He's not some dude that has to get on. He don't care what people say about him. He don't care that people are trashing him left and right. The only reason why he's doing this because he feels an obligation to the game of basketball. He don't care, unlike some people, whether they are saying this or that about him. He don't have to lie and say that he's been a fan of the Migos before they even existed. He ain't got to lie and say that he knew Kobe was going to score 81 points the day that he scored them, when nobody else in the history of mankind would even think of saying something like that. He ain't got a cap. He ain't got to be the fakest, a fake dude like Stephen A. Smith and Russell Westbrook have pointed out. It's Michael Jordan. He don't have to do that. And by the way, didn't Michael Jordan shoot 84% for his career from the line? So why is it hard to believe that he can nail a free throw with pressure? He did it time and time and time again in his career. Unlike a certain guy who I'm not going to name, who shoots 74% from the floor, 74% from the line for his career, which is average, but in the four quarters of his career shoots 64% from the line. They don't tell you that, do they? He shoots 10 percentage points lower in the fourth quarter for his career than he does during the first three quarters. So he don't like pressure. That's why when he does get the ball, this guy who I'm not going to name, when he does get the ball, he loves to drive to the basket to get the highest percentage shot, because he don't want the pressure of taking a jump shot, and he don't want the pressure of shooting free throws. So, all these people are saying that Jordan was lying and all of that, just stop it, please. Okay? Just stop it. Take the L. The NBA is moving on from a certain guy. Okay? They're no longer going to be trashing the 90s. They're listening to the majority. The silent majority has won. The silent majority. The silent majority of Americans have spoken. Suck it to me. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think. Jordan wins. He wins again, my friends.